Hi everybody, it's Christina Blackfeather here, and I just had to address a video I watched by Shanny. And Shanny, you've lived in Minnesota a long time, so have I. Um, it always gets kind of gray and hazy in the winter time, and we are heading into winter right now. So there's more clouds. It's a little harder to see the sun, and you're up by the Great Lakes, which causes all sorts of lake effect weather going on too, especially with lakes that big. This has been going on pretty regularly. The only change that we're seeing, of course, is with the global warming. But no, they're not spraying the sky to make it more cloudy or anything like that. It's Had you been on a farm, you would have seen this every single fall, winter, once we've had snows come on and off. That's just the way the weather is. It is not an Illuminati plot or a government plot to protect us from the sunlight or anything like that. That doesn't mean there aren't other changes going on, but this is not HARP manipulation or anything. I recall skies like this from when I was little, out in the middle of nowhere on a farm. It's just kind of a known thing. The only thing we're finding is that our winters are getting a little bit more screwy right now. Down here where I'm at, the snow melted again, and then it fell again, and it melted again, and a lot of my outdoor plants are still green, and they don't care. So we are having changes from the climate change that is going on. There are forests in the Sierra Nevada that I do believe are like right now at 75% tree loss. So that, with that many trees dead, that is also going to affect our atmosphere because it affects the chemical balance of it'll affect the molecules in the atmosphere. The ones released by the tree, released by us, and back and forth and back and forth. So it doesn't need an Illuminati plot to change the color of the sky. You can look up all sorts of things, and it was a little difficult to find information because a lot of people don't ask this question. Weather-wise, gray sky, blue sky. The blue sky and white clouds we see are a result of light being scattered in all directions. We know light's coming from the sun, and light contains all colors within the spectrum. The colors of light travel in waves of different lengths, and about 18 miles up, light encounters air molecules. These air molecules allow most of the light to pass through. But blue and violet travel at small wavelengths, which greatly scatter these very small molecules across the sky. It is also known as Rayleigh scattering, which makes the sky look blue. The sky looks gray on a hazy day. Large particles in the air make the sky appear gray or even white, McRoberts explains. These large particles tend to scatter more wavelengths of light in the color spectrum, he says. Hazy air has a lot of water molecules, and these molecules can scatter light of all wavelengths, not just blue. In heavily polluted air, the sky may appear yellow or brown, and this is due to the particles being able to scatter the light to produce these colors. This phenomenon is called scattering. To sum it up, the way light is scattered determines the color of the sky. Very simple question. Pretty simple answer. And, yeah. You see a nice pretty blue over Wichita, Kansas here. Right now we just have icky weather in Minnesota. That's all it is. It's not an Illuminati plot. And gray skies are mostly inclement weather. I mean, these are pretty simple things, but you know, I admit not everybody grew up having to pay attention to crops, when to do hay cuttings, when to do plantings, when to do all of that stuff. So I guess it's not that basic for everybody, and I apologize for that, but it is a very simple thing to look up, and weather is pretty fascinating. So just look these things up. Have some fun with it. Anyway, that's it. I just had to make a comment about it because you've got comments disabled. Hard to answer your questions if you disable comments, so I do it this way. Okay, anyway, have a great night, everybody. Blessed be.